Hi folks, my name's Dave and I want to give you a quick run through of a Ruby gem that I've been working on called Sheldon. Sheldon was created to solve a problem that I was experiencing myself, where I was spending a lot of time here at home working on my config files to make sure that my laptop was set up just the way I like it. And then when I'd go to work, I'd find that even though I was using the same tools, those config files weren't synchronized, and so everything was set up differently. This is kind of a solved problem in that a lot of people use Dropbox or BitTorrent Sync or any of those synchronization tools to keep their dot files and their configs in sync across their different computers. However, what you'll find is that now all of your configs are inside of Dropbox and they're not in your home directory or in the locations where your tools and software are typically looking for them. So that's where Sheldon helps. So let me show you how you get up and running. Here I've got two different hosts. I've got my MacBook Pro here at the top and a copy of Ubuntu running within Vagrant down at the bottom. So the first thing I need to do is install Sheldon, which is just a Ruby gem. So I need to type gem install Sheldon. And that's going to work straight away. I'm going to do the same thing down here on the Vagrant box on Ubuntu, but I need to use sudo because Ruby on Ubuntu runs under the root user by default. Okay, so there we go. Both machines are running Sheldon 6.0.6, which is the latest build. So the next thing I need to do is set up Sheldon so he knows where to look for your dot files. So I'm going to be using Dropbox to keep everything in sync, and within Dropbox I've made a directory called Sheldon. So I'm going to do Sheldon setup tilde Dropbox Sheldon. And it's going to say that it's created a new Sheldon database in the users Dave Dropbox Sheldon. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing here on the Ubuntu box. So Sheldon setup tilde Dropbox Sheldon. And this time it says using existing Sheldon database. So that's a good sign that everything's synced correctly. Okay, so that's Sheldon set up. Now we can actually start using him. So here on my MacBook Pro, if I type ls for list, you can see that I've got a single git config. If I do ls over here on my Ubuntu box, that git config isn't available, and I'd like Sheldon to solve that problem for me. So on the MacBook Pro, up at the top, I'm going to say Sheldon learn, because I want him to learn about my git config. Sheldon's going to ask me for a friendly recall queue, so I'm just going to call that my git config. And there you go, Sheldon learn complete, my git config. Now over here, on the other machine, you can see still git config isn't available, but if I do Sheldon ls, you can see that my git config is available through Sheldon, and at the minute it's red because it hasn't actually been recalled on the Ubuntu box. But I can fix that just by doing Sheldon recall and then giving it that friendly name again, so my git config. There you go, so recall complete. So now if we do Sheldon ls, you'll see that my git config is now green because it has been recalled. If I do ls, you can see it's now available on the file system. And I can even do Sheldon open my git config. Oh, and it's telling me I haven't set an editor, so let's quickly do that. So I've set my editor to Vim. Try that again, Sheldon open my git config. And there you go. So that's proving that the git configuration is now available on that second machine, which is super helpful. If at any point I want Sheldon to forget about the git config, so it's no longer tracked, you can do Sheldon forget my git config. There you go. And now if we do Sheldon ls, you'll see there's nothing stored in Sheldon any longer. That's basically how you use Sheldon. There's a few extra commands that probably aren't worth discussing here, but you can learn more about them if you do Sheldon ---- help, and it's all documented on my GitHub page, which is https://github.com/dvjones89/Sheldon. Okay, I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.